How you doing over there at Community Action Inc?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Now you're filling in today. I appreciate that. You're an energy auditor, which I'm excited to dig in a little more energy wise to you. We can talk about that process a little bit more, which is kind of nice for hopefully people checking this out. And then the other thing is, of course, we just want a general idea of what your operation there is at Community Action Inc. So tell us a little bit about the organization and what type of programs you operate.
Sure. So, Community Action as a whole is a non for profit organization that puts on programs to help fight poverty in Rock and Walworth counties. We were started in 1965 under the Lyndon B. Johnson administration on his War on Poverty initiatives. Um, Community Action develops and implements a broad range of services ranging from childcare, affordable housing, weatherization, homeless shelter, at-risk youth programs, and a temporary emergency food assistance program.
Yeah, it's quite an array of programs that you guys offer, and really providing in that southern eastern part of the state with Rock and Walworth counties, focusing more on the weatherization program, which is kind of where you fit in as an energy auditor. Talk to us a little bit about the weatherization piece of Community Action Week.
So weatherization has been around since the 1980s. And generally we go and evaluate homes for energy efficiency. So when we go into a home, we're looking for air sealing opportunities. Can we add more insulation to attics, wall insulation? Can we replace this heating system? And then also potentially replace a fridge or freezer depending on the needs of the home.
So as we look at that process and your involvement in it, how did you get into this? Why? I mean, you're a pretty young guy. How did you all of a sudden become an energy auditor?
So I took a little more of a untraditional route into energy auditing. Most energy auditors will begin on the crew level and then work their way up to auditing. I had a project at UW Platteville where we had to partner with somebody in the community. I was a construction builder who also did energy audits. And so we had to create our own project, our own energy audit of a home in the community, and then present our findings to the homeowners as a final presentation. And then that kind of sparked the interest to look into weatherization jobs and ultimately landed me a position with community action.
Well, we're glad to have you with us. It's nice to get younger people involved in the industry too, and really, I think it's a great industry for everybody that works in it. We got so many people that have stayed in it such a long time, and I've been talking to other agencies throughout the day too. They have that same sort of thing, like here at Project Home, where we've got people that have been working in these jobs for 20, in some cases even 30 years. So it's a
Mhm.
great place to be.
It certainly is.
So with your background now, I have to ask you this, especially since you're a younger gentleman. You said weatherization. We know it started before you were born. Is there any experienced people around the office that tell you some of the stories of the old days that you could never even imagine with your history in this world?
Um, I, I guess
Technology stuff, what they used to do. I mean, it's not close to the same. It's really developed science wise and technology wise.
it certainly has. So years ago, it used to be just a checklist and based off of what the auditor thought that the home needed most, or just things that they could see, and then they recommended something, so much insulation to be added. But nowadays, there's a lot of modeling programs which will actually give a cost analysis of what the home needs more than other items in the home. And there's tons of science and diagnostic testing that goes into this now. Um, that it's really remarkable what we're able to tell from a home with the aid of IR technology or even the blower door.
What's your favorite tool or piece of equipment you get to use in your job?
Hmm. I like the IR camera because it allows you to see things that just that what human eye cannot see. We're able to see a different light spectrum. And then it's also great because if there's kids in the house, you can tell them to put their hand up on the wall for 10 seconds, and then they can take their hand away and you can actually see their handprints next to yours on the wall.
Thanks for rolling with me on those. It's late in the day. I'm trying to spice it up a little, Ramsey. So I'm getting an inside look at auditing here for people. Those are great things, though. But in terms of the overall operation with Community Action Inc., about how many homes, weatherization, are you guys working on each year?
I'd say on average, we're somewhere between 200 and 300 homes a year. We're a fairly small organization. Other ones across the state, I'm sure, are able to weatherize a lot more.
Well, there's a number of agencies that serve around the same amount of people. It's kind of in that 200 to 300 resident range. And of course, that's just the number of homes. And then you multiply that times the people, and it's a lot bigger impact when you really think about it that way. One other thing I wanted to ask you about is if you had anything in terms of a contact with a customer, anything like that you wanted to share with us that's really kind of stuck with you in your time in weatherization.
Um, Maybe not so much me individually. There is some reward on sometimes we'll get a call back or a positive survey review of just how appreciative some of these people are. And we had a former coworker where a client used to call every year and just say how appreciative she was of all of our work and how much warmer her home is in the wintertime.
It makes a huge impact. I mean, the work we're doing and the fact that it's for people that not only does it make a big impact for them, in the comfort of their home and those type of things, but it's on their budget, and these are people that are in difficult budgets. So I love the fact that, there's that added benefit for them. And I think all of our goal is to allow them to have a little more of their money. So we ease the strain on some of those other bills they have to pay. So how do we find out more about you and how to contact you guys? I know you're on the web. I'm going to pull up your Facebook page too, but just give us all your contact information again, okay?
Sure. You can visit our website, www.community-action.org, or you can give us a call at 608-755-2464.
Pull that up right there too, so people can see that information. As we just kind of finish up, one more thing. Ramsey, I really appreciate the fact that there's so many great people all around the state. And when I first got into this program, I didn't think about kind of the overall breadth of it, but to realize that, there's 18 different agencies around Wisconsin that cover all 72 counties and tribes. When you think about that, in your position at Community Action, what does that mean to you? I mean, in terms of how that feels to be part of something like that?
Um, well, I think it's something truly special. I think weatherization is a pretty narrow job field, and I've never heard about it until the end of my college life. And to be part of something this great that really focuses on helping people in low income housing provides a benefit beyond just a paycheck.
All right, Ramsey, thank you so much for your time and rolling with me and giving us a few different questions I threw at you, but just because I thought it'd be a little more fun to kind of get auditor's perspective from you. So thank you for your time. Thanks for that. And thanks for what you do. And say thank you to Tegan and everybody at Community Action Inc. for rolling with us today.
I will. Thank you.
All right, Ramsey, take care. You have a good day. That's Weatherization Day 2020 in the books. We'll talk to you again soon.